Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. I'm the Fusilier. Last time we made a pretty important decision again, and we are now members of the Yamaku Academy Student Council after like a couple days here. Hey, it's not bad. Civic service, hang out with girls, feel like we're accomplishing something, find something to do with our miserable lives. Hey, I don't know, things are looking up. I leave the room feeling totally wiped out. The grounds are totally deserted, and the school looks totally ominous this late. The council office is the only window with lights on anymore, dude. Is this what the student council will be like? My body might not be able to take it. Must resist. Meme. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise, and I'm gonna keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. It really does feel like we're starting to turn our life around, like, we got here and... I will say, in general, the idea of having a special school for disabilities that keeps them apart from the general public, I will say that the trend in education is kind of going the other way, where the idea is to keep them in normal classes as much as absolutely like possible. But I gotta say, this academy seems to be working out really well for Hisao. It's not all bad. And another night passes for us. In nobody's room. My morning alarm goes off, but I flail about uselessly for a while. Until I remember that I decided to give morning runs another shot. I don't know if that was my greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. This is about my health after all. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made existence so intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? God knows we need more control after... If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone on my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. Looks like she's already worked up a good sweat. So when the hell does she come down here anyway? Oh, it's you! I'm surprised to see you again. Why's that? Well, not many people actually manage to come back for a second try. She frowns, seemingly annoyed by a passing thought. It is very cute. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. Still, it was only supposed to be on a volunteer basis, so it's not that big a shock. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. A shrug. And suddenly it appears as though she's forgotten what she was talking about. The frown disappears entirely, and she seems to snap back to her previous train of thought. This is still cute. So, come on then. What? You're here to run again, right? Well, yes. So come on! She looks so happy! I find myself suddenly grabbed and yanked onto the track. Things seem to be set on mirroring yesterday's run. That is, I seem to be struggling, while Emmy moves with an effortlessness that I find enviable. It's incredibly bothersome to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient, work towards things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We round the track and start on our second lap. Emmy seems to have grown impatient keeping pace with me, and begins to pull away. This is where I gave out yesterday. Will I be able to do more? Honestly, I've been in the place where you need to get more healthy and you need to start doing exercises. And I've gone to the gym with like a friend who is in better shape. You can't do that thing where you try to compare to them and you'll just be unhappy, you'll push yourself too hard. It's about pushing your limits, but especially given that we have a literal fucking heart condition. I let Emmy go with her own pace. She doesn't show mercy, pulling half a lap ahead of me in an instant. I don't blame her. I mean, it's not as if I'm really putting up any sort of real fight out here, is it? Instead, I'm just running at a steady pace, which is what I should be doing, right? There's no need to go pushing mind limits at this stage of the game. It's like when people injure their leg and then they try it and they're like, I'm just testing the leg. It's like, why do you test? What happens when you fail the test? God, is this even worth it? Don't lose faith, Hisao. When we finish the second lap, I break off again. Emmy keeps going, and it almost seems to me that she's disappointed. Well, that's stupid. I don't have anything to prove to her. Come to think of it, I've got nothing to prove to myself either. I'm just fine the way I am. And what I'm not is a runner. This was probably a bad idea. Maybe there's something else I could do instead of this. Getting up this early sucks anyway. There's gotta be some other way to keep healthy. Walking, maybe? Nice afternoon walks. I don't know, I see a lot of lifting boxes in our future, Hisao. Yeah, running sounds good. Or walking sounds good. Running isn't for me. I wave to Emmy and head back to my room. Oh, this got depressing. I'll think of something else later. Back in my room, the first thing I see is the familiar row of medication bottles lined up on top of my dresser. And it makes me depressed, as usual. It's annoying. I thought I was okay. I thought I had made my peace with this thing, gotten over it. Actually, this kind of works with the narrative of the way the scene is going. The fact that we went out and it was like, I've also had that, you know, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. But what I really did, I allowed myself to forget that I have a problem. Being here really reminds me of the reality, and trying to fight against it just hurts. Reflecting on it is only going to do so much. I've done this before for months. It seems like it's time to get over it. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. My life may be different from others, but it is a life in progress. That's how I'll rationalize it. I down the usual handful of pills, trying to push the sudden dreary feeling out of my head. Then I prepare to head out to class early, as usual. As I step out into the hallway, I notice Kenji coming around the corner, stealthily making his way over to his own room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me soundlessly like a ninja hiding in plain sight, I call out to him. Hey! He jumps at the sound of my voice. Oh, hey man! I didn't notice you there. I'm really tired. I think it's more he didn't see me. But that's not the issue. Where have you been this early? Shopping? Nah, I wasn't shopping. Sometimes I have to visit the math teacher. Yeah, I figured it would be a good idea to find out when the next exam is. Since he tells you an exam if you want. Tells you in advance if you want. So then, what's in the bag? I thought I'd go shopping while I was outside. I need supplies to continue the fight against the vast feminist conspiracy. Smoke screening us. Oh, okay. I thought you didn't go outside. I wear a hat now. I decide not to point out that he is not wearing a hat. An awkward silence settles between us, and then Kenji breaks it by pushing his door open slowly, releasing a creaking sound into the air that only makes the moment seem more awkward. He sets the bag down inside his room, and then closes the door. I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test date. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity to study is pretty diligent. I never study. Oh. Hisao sounds so fucking disappointed. I just wanted to know when the next test day was. I'm still gonna take it, duh. I just need to know so I know what day I can't afford to skip class. He usually sends out updates on that crap by phone, so I had to step out and check up on it. And why do you have to go out when you can get it on your phone? I don't carry a phone. You mean you don't carry a phone? You mean you just leave it at home? Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. Phones. I have no phone. Why don't you have a phone? How can you not have a phone? No phone at all? No phone? What is this conversation? I just don't like phones. Actually, I'm kind of scared of them. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of repressed trauma. But basically, when I hear a phone, I get nervous. It's my darkest secret. I have two theories on it. Either I have some fear of receiving some undefined, ominous, life-altering doom call, or I was beaten with a phone in the past. Beaten so badly, I can't remember it. And beaten in the head. Well, where else could I get beaten with a phone that would make me unable to remember it? The ass? Unexpectedly logical. I feel very depressed now. Sensing this conversation is more or less over, Kenji opens his door again and prepares to head inside. No matter what happens when we talk to Kenji, it's always exhausting. Yeah, I'm asleep, dude. Have a good one. Class is gonna start in like 20 minutes. I already did something today. Too tired to go to school. Hey, you need some lip balm? I accidentally bought two because I thought the store had started selling individual AA batteries. Thanks, but no thanks. The door down the hall opens with a crack as it swings forward from being pushed open too strongly and crashing against the wall. The sound is followed by a peal of bubbly laughter, and I instantly know who it is. Oh god. At the noise, Kenji disappears into his room like a ninja, slamming the door shut just as Shizune and Misha walk over. That's the coward's way out, and you know it, Kenji. The former taking small, efficient steps towards me, while the latter more or less bounces off the walls. I fucking love the way just this calm and then this explosion of energy. I try to do the same as Kenji, but it's too late. Misha puts her foot between my door to prevent me closing it, so I have no choice but to let them in. Hey guys. Hi, Hee-chan! Hi, hi! Hi. What are you two doing here? I wonder if the pause between those two sentences was politely long enough. Well, that's up to Misha to interpret. Hee-chan, that's rude! We came to pick you up! Did you think we thought you were going to escape and came to make sure you didn't? Surely not, Hee-chan! Hey, I didn't say that's what you were here for. But now I know it's exactly what they were here for. It's time for student council work. Yes, it is. Aren't you happy, Hee-chan, to be able to help the whole school? You are like a hero. The future generations will tell stories of this day. Interesting. I didn't think joining the student council would be a heroic deed worthy of Hercules. Well, I guess I did promise, so... I've neglected Shizune, and only now do I notice her in the corner of my vision, peering around my room over my shoulder, her analytical eyes darting from object to object. This is kind of intrusive. The feeling of being exposed crawls in my balls. Luckily, I don't have dirty laundry on the floor or anything like that. What was that line? God damn it. This whole day. What is it, Hee-chan? Yeah, this is Hee-chan's room. We haven't seen it before. I didn't even realize. It's kinda plain, but Hee-chan hasn't had time to decorate it yet. Isn't that so? Ooh, what are those? I'm thinking of Dexter's lab. What does this button do? GD. She points at my collection of medications on the night table. Oh boy. I don't really want to talk about it with these two. Tell them to fuck off. That doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to take. We'll do some mental jujitsu. It's nothing. I quickly step in front of them, trying to hide the stuff behind my back. Shizune takes a step back, looking suspicious, but it's an expression not without concern. Yeah, think about this. You see like this huge pile of medication that your new friend is just... I hope if I avoid it, she'll understand that I don't want her to keep prodding me about it. Really? What are you hiding, Hee-chan? Nothing. Is that so? I realize I can't really squirm my way out of this. They are nosy by nature. Hiding it is just gonna pique their curiosity more. Yeah, okay, it is something. But I don't really want to talk about it, okay? Not yet. Can we just put this aside for now? As Misha translates, Shizune stares at me hard, with her eyes focused and analytical as ever, peering at me curiously over the rim of her glasses. Her fingers press against each other thoughtfully, as if she's weighing the value of pursuing this further than necessary against the insult of disrespecting my wish. Her expression finally melts into a slight smile, and she signs something to Misha. I like it when she smiles. Okay, then we'll wait and become better and better friends, and one day when you feel like it, you can tell us about it. Both of them smile widely at me, and I feel shocked and a little stupid about being like this. They are not stupid. You can probably at least halfway guess what's going on with me, and Such simple, kind words. I feel relieved that they don't think any worse of me, even if I'm like this. Even if I'm not like the rest here. Even if I can't be at ease about it. Seems that behind the obnoxious, mischievous acts, both of these girls are really kind and good people. That's what I think. Thanks. So, you want me to help you out today, right? Since I'm one of you now? Yep. After class? No, no, no. Now! Now? What about class? You're gonna skip again? It's for the common good. So we sacrifice our math lessons. And maybe the social studies too. Well, I guess I'm fine with it. Guess I'm fine with that. Awesome, Hee-chan. You said it, okay? Remember? I'm fine with helping out. That's what you said, right? Yeah. That tone. I suddenly regret saying it. Also, the fact that they latch on, like anyone who's even slightly willing to help. The fact that they latch like a facehugger suggests not a lot of people are willing to help. At least to me, that's what I would extrapolate from that. Okay, are you ready to go then? We can go to the office together. No. You're probably gonna make me carry all your stuff for you or something. Don't be silly, Hee-chan. We've never walked to school together, Hee-chan. I almost want to ask why we would, but then it dawns on me. Both of them consider me their friend, like Misha said before. They want to become better friends with me, even. It's weird. I've never really thought about them that way. Or any of the people I've met so far this week. Is it really so easy? Just like that? Okay. Let's go then. Shizune grins craftily and puts her hands behind her back. That's great, Hee-chan. Okay, but first, you had a really great idea. She-chan liked it a lot, so it's time for a game. Oh no. She-chan is holding a 1,000 yen note in one hand, Hee-chan. If you guess which one, you can have it. If you don't, you're carrying all our books to school. Right, She-chan? Right. She and Shizune exchange nods. Okay, Hee-chan. Get ready. Carrying 3 bags instead of 1, I think about the day that's ahead of me. Of us. I can see students walking back and forth through the courtyard, probably in preparation of their own projects. The festival is practically here. This means that there are only 2 possible reasons that my help is required. Either there is only a small amount of work left, and they just want a helping hand to wrap up the mundane final checks they are obligated to do, or there is a ton of work left, and Shizune is putting on a calm face as a torrent of built-up procrastinated work threatens to kill us all. Yeah, take a guess. Let me just make sure. So that transition was very abrupt. I'm like, did I click? I accidentally double-click occasionally, but I don't think I've skipped anything yet. Once inside the office, I look around and see that it's deserted. Guess this means there isn't a lot of work left, huh? Because there's no one here and all. It's always like this, Hee-chan. This confirms what I have thought before, but never was actually able to confirm definitively. Shizune and Misha are the student council. The whole student council. Yeah, that's what I thought. Damn, so it's true. The student council is really only you two. Shizune looks as if she's stuck, wondering whether to be ashamed or explode with anger. Misha is equally divided between laughing and trying to stop her. Well then, Hee-chan, you'll be happy to know that since it's just us three, we have a lot to do. A lot! A lot. Lot. That does not make me happy. But it seems to make Shizune very happy. Just kidding! Yeah, sure. The work turns out to be sorting and double-checking the considerable amount of paperwork necessary for an event such as the school festival to get done. Bureaucracy is a mind-boggling thing. But we managed to finish it, just when the lunch bells rang. Okay, now that we are done, we can relax a little. But not too much. We have lots more to do in the afternoon. It's actually not that much work, Hee-chan. So, we could afford to enjoy a little lunch first. The two of them produce a small array of plastic containers, seemingly out of thin air. It's chicken cutlet with tomatoes and soybean sprouts. Doesn't it sound delicious, Hee-chan? It was just made this morning, and it's still warm, so eat, eat, eat! I take one of the containers and open it. Looks nice. Certainly smells good. The fact that I'm really hungry adds to that even more. Wow, this looks great. Where'd you get this? That isn't important, Hee-chan. There was supposed to be a stall selling lunchboxes, but the girl who was to run it suddenly said she couldn't do it. Chi-chan said, "What a waste. It was a lot of work to trick Hee-chan into making this." Hey, what the hell? So, Shi-chan wanted to see if she could do it, but then decided not to. Right, Shi-chan? Shizune skulks angrily, shooting Misha a displeased look. I don't think I was supposed to hear that story. This is your test food? I'm eating it too, Hee-chan! And Shi-chan is too! That doesn't answer the question. Nevertheless, I split a pair of chopsticks Shizune offers me, pick up a piece of cutlet, and pop it into my mouth. Surprisingly good. Didn't expect Shizune to be such a good cook. Shizune puts her chopsticks down to sign curtly towards Misha, who gulps down her cutlet with noticeable difficulty in order to speak for her. Hee-chan, don't talk with food in your mouth. It's not like I enjoy doing it. Anyway, how motherly to show that kind of concern. You can't even eat right, Hee-chan. That's all it is. It's a stalemate. I can't eat in order to talk to Shizune, who can't eat in order to chastise me for eating the wrong way. Misha, caught in between, is in the same situation, and looks the most disheartened by how this is going. Either way, our food is getting colder by the second, and it wasn't piping hot to start with. Wherever this was going, dies down pretty fast once we all realize that, and we eat. After a while, the bell rings, but Misha makes no attempt to tell Shizune, so I'm sure they're planning to skip classes and spend the rest of the day in here again. Hee-chan, do you have any plans for the festival? No, not really. After all, I've only been here a week. What could I set up in that time? Hee-chan, you helped us out so much. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. We're serious. Okay. Two of them seem to get indignant over the strangest things. You're going though, right, Hee-chan? You should at least see what we've accomplished. Everyone should be able to look at what they've done so they can fully understand their work. That's my belief. You're no exception. Hee-chan, you should definitely go. If you don't have anything planned, maybe we could even go together. You need a hand? If there's anything you need help with, I'm fine with sticking around. I feel much more at ease than I did earlier. My previous concerns and fears long gone. I'd forgotten about this morning's trouble entirely until now, having fun with Shizune like this. Having fun with Shizune seems like an unfamiliar concept to think of, but looking back on it, I've really enjoyed the moments I've spent with Shizune and Misha these past few days, in spite of everything else. We might be going together. Maybe I can afford to stick around a little longer. I guess it beats class. Really, Hee-chan? Okay. We can consider this you repaying us for the free lunch. Great! This is great! Really, really great! Shi-chan was hoping to bring this up again later anyway. It's not a free lunch at all. Normally I would be angry, or at least slightly unsettled. But my mood has improved from earlier on, so I'll let it slide. Helping them out turns to consist mostly of stamping forms and making what seems like 10,000 copies apiece of 50 different budget reports. It's not hard, but very boring. According to Misha, the simplest of the tasks they deal with. I feel myself getting more and more tired, less eager to return to class. This is especially bad because the more time I spend out of class, the harder it seems to get to just get up and go back. These two, they're a terrible influence. Terrible role models. Not that it bothers me all that much, and I'm sure no one looks up to them, but it's the principle of the thing. Done! Ah, that was fast. I'll be finished before this period's over, I think. No, Hee-chan. Everything is done, so you're done too. Doesn't make any sense. You telling me this is all arbitrary, and you've been keeping me here for the hell of it? No! But we have kept you long enough. You should go back to class, Hee-chan. You can still make it for most of this period. What about you? Of course we're coming too! Of course! We'll be right behind you! Reassured, I start heading back to class, but the period is almost halfway over. So I start thinking it would be pointless halfway there, past the difference between this class and the next, drinking juice in the hallway. Keep an eye on the door to the student council room, but it doesn't open. What's taking them so long? Are they busy wrapping up my share of the work? Well, it shouldn't take so long, unless there's more. They just wanted me to leave. The more I think about it, the likelier it seems. Shizune is, well, not an idiot, but clearly she's unable to just come out with things. Maybe it's because she can't talk, so it's harder for her. She has Misha, but all in all, as easy as they make it look, there's still a difference between casual speech and sign language. I contemplate going back there to check on them, but the bell rings, and I have to go to class. Next time on Let's Play Katawa Shoujo, we'll return to class. See you then.